buckle in. So I got the results of the second mass. It's in the same boob, same quadrant. It is also cancer. It is also invasive carcinoma, both lobular and ductal. But this one is triple positive. So it's ER positive, progesterone positive, and HER2 positive. Where the other one is estrogen positive, progesterone negative, HER2 positive. I do my EKG on Friday. I do my PET scan on Thursday. We should have the results from the genetic testing back, I think, any day. And I meet with the oncologist on Monday. So we will have our plan of attack on Monday, which at this point, since they're growing all sorts of stuff, we're just going to chop them off. We're just going to chop them off and put some fake ones on there and call it a day. Because I don't want to deal with this again. We'll start with chemo, do surgery and radiation and all sorts of drugs, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. How am I feeling? I feel fine. I feel totally normal. I feel strong. Nothing is bad. My boob that was hurting is not even hurting anymore. So, I don't know. She told me to go get it checked out. I went and got it checked out. They said it was cancer, and she's like, okay, well, now you know, and I'm going to stop hurting. So, she doesn't even hurt anymore. I still, anytime anything hurts, though, I'm like, cancer. So, I told that to my husband. I was like, yeah. I said, my armpit hurts. Cancer. So, yeah. Trying to not go down that road, but struggling a little bit. So I am excited about the PET scan so that I can say and have it tell me, no, you're fine. It's only in your boob. And all these other little aches and pains are because you're a slightly overweight 44-year-old woman. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm excited about that, to get that done, and so I stop worrying and thinking every ache and pain is cancer. It's not cancer. I will tell you though, so Jody made a GoFundMe because she knows how scared I am of what is happening financially and how my insurance has stopped paying, and I have to find another plan, but I have to meet the deductible and out of pocket for them to pay 100%, and I'm desperately trying to get in another plan so it can start ASAP, and I know I'm going to hit that out of pocket pretty fast. Because, so things that I've learned about insurance. First of all, you need to have a major medical plan if you're going to go through something like this, because those are the plans that cover surgery and everything else. So if you do private insurance, you need to make sure. I mean, I was fine for years, right? I had a normal plan and it was no problem until now it's a problem. So things I've learned, your deductible is what you have to pay before the insurance company will start paying for most things. Now, preventative stuff is copays and whatever, and a lot of those your copays don't go towards your deductible. They're going to get their money. But once you meet your deductible, then you have what's called coinsurance. That's step 2. So they pay 80% and you pay 20%, or whatever that coinsurance says. And it can change. For specialty drugs, it might be 50-50. For an MRI, it might be 80-20 or it might be 70-30. So that's what the co-insurance is, right? So once you meet your out-of-pocket max, that's the key number. Once you meet the out-of-pocket max, then supposedly you should be 100% covered. But in talking to some of the people in some of the support groups online, some of them say they were completely covered totally for the rest of their year, right? Then you got to do it again the next year. That'll get you. But some of them said they were not covered and they still had to pay a portion of their medications, or they still had to pay a portion of this or that or the other. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to cover 100%. So that's what I've learned from insurance. So if you're an insurance person and I'm wrong, comment and correct me. I don't want to lead people astray because this has been a nightmare to negotiate insurance and stuff. And I have cried a lot about worrying about how I'm going to pay my bills and get care. So this is huge. Insurance is huge, but there's help and there's ways. So hopefully the information that I gave you is correct. Hopefully I'm understanding it correct and you can find somebody good. The other thing was I had an insurance agent tell me something that I thought was pretty smart. Now this maybe is not smart, but it made sense in my brain. He said, add up your monthly premium. So let's say your premium is $500 a month. Then add up the deductible. Let's say the deductible is $2,000. And then add up your out-of-pocket. Let's say your out-of-pocket is $3,000. So you're going to have to do that 500 times 12 if you're starting in January and you're going to have insurance for the entire year. So, that's what, $6,000? That might have been really terrible math, but it might have been really good math. And I can't look it up because I'm on my phone. So whatever 500 times 12 is. And then add up the $2,000 deductible, minus your out-of-pocket. So if your out-of-pocket is 3, so the minus of the 2. So that's what you have to come up with. So you figure out that entire amount, and that's what you're paying for the year, right? So you'll get a premium that has, $10,000 out of pocket and a $6,000 deductible, but it's only $200 a month. In the end of the year, if you meet your deductible and you're out of pocket, you're actually going to pay more, right? If you're healthy, you're probably not, because you're not going to reach anything, right? So these are the things to take into consideration that I never knew. I don't know. I've just picked the cheapest plan because I was healthy. So there's that. As I learn more, I will tell you all more. The other thing is, how do I feel knowing that I have 2 cancerous masses? I feel fine. I'm just a little more cancery than I was. But I mean, you already have it. So now you have a little more of it. The thing that's gotten me super emotional is Jody set up the GoFundMe. And I have had so much support. I have had people reach out and send me messages and say, hey, I don't have any extra money right now, but I love you, and you're in my thoughts, and you're in my prayers, and let's not die in a car accident when we're trying to survive cancer. And if I can help you in any way, if you just need somebody to talk to, or you just need somebody to cry to, or whatever, you call me. And I've gotten a lot of those messages. And the amount of money that's been raised in 2 days is humbling. It won't cure everything, but it's sure going to make a difference. Like, more than I think you even realize. You know, $100 to help somebody out. But when enough people step in, it's life-changing. I woke up this morning feeling lighter than I have since I got the phone call that said I had cancer. Because I just felt so supported. I'm not in it alone, and I knew I wasn't. I knew I had Dave, and I knew I had my tribe. But the financial burden being lightened, I can't even tell you guys. I can't thank you enough. Truly, I can't thank you enough. All of you, everybody who contributed, everybody who sent me messages, called me, my neighbors who came over and said hi and brought a very nice bottle of wine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much. It made me feel just so much lighter. I'm not carrying around such a heavy thing, and that's huge. Thank you. Thank you all. I'll never be able to thank you all enough. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so the PET scan. I can't eat anything tomorrow, like, other than meat, eggs, and, like, broccoli. And then the PET scan's on Thursday, so I'll keep you guys up to date on how all that goes. Thank you all again. Thank you.